Hello, it's been a while. I think the last review I've done is Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know how many times I've told you that I'm really sorry I've been gone and I've been all busy and stuff, but to tell you the truth, lately I haven't been doing anything, but I haven't really wanted to do this. So, to like the three people who watch me still, I'm sorry if you have been waiting for my next review or something, but I don't know. I have been kind of like my cousin just came in town from Nevada, and I've been hanging out with him, and I've been practicing lines for my next show, and I've had more things important to do than this, so I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna go on to this review. I'm reviewing the demo for Xbox 360 of Batman Arkham Asylum. And I got this 2 nights ago, the night it came out, and I thought it was just going to be like what was like at GameStop, because at GameStop, the first experience I had with it was at GameStop on the PlayStation 3. They had a demo of just the challenge mode, or whatever it's called, where you just fight as many guys as you can and see how long you can survive. And I played that, and I played it for about an hour before I left the store. And I had to force myself to leave too. I was not bored or anything, but I was getting really into it, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought it was going to be that for the demo. But I downloaded the demo, and when I got to the main menu, it said new game and not challenge. I could select. So I was like, oh wait, maybe it might be the story, and it's right. It's actually the same demo that they had at like E3 or whatever, that the first time like they ever had anybody be able to play it. It's that demo, and I was really happy because I got to use everything I wanted and not just the fighting styles. So that was really neat. And I have nothing bad to say about this game. It's really, really fun. I really love when I watch a movie or I read a comic book, it makes me want to play like a video game of it. It used to be before video games toys. I used to like play with the toys and like try and like reenact it, because I just needed that feeling. I was never satisfied from just reading it or watching it. And so after I saw Dark Knight, I really wanted to play a Batman game that would be a lot of fun. And all I had was Batman Begins, and that game, it's all right. It's not the best, and I played it, but it's not the best. And like I had also Batman Vengeance, which is good too. I thought it was better than Batman Begins, but I beat it, and I was kind of sick of it, so that was really why I didn't really play that. But so when this came out, I was really excited. I was like, man, there might be finally a Batman game where I can do things that like they do in the movies and the comic books and stuff, and that'd be really neat. And so it's basically the first like level-ish type thing. It's not really like you go in, like there's like rooms and stuff you go into, and you gotta first you like go in and you fight just a horde of guys, and then you run in and you run around through, and you gotta like throw your batarangs at these like tratter teeth that could hurt you, and then you go and you run into, and then there's like little details on the way, but I'm just kind of making it simple. And then you go and you run into a guy who like talks to you, and you look over, and Zaz is out of his cell, and Victor Zaz, and he goes and he has a guy in an electric chair and held kind of like hostage type. He says if anybody moves, he's going to electrocute this guy. So you have to go and you have to sneak around and come from behind and not kill him, gotta knock him out. And so you save him from that. And then after you go on to that, you do another little stealthy kill guy thing, and then you go up and you go through vents to get through. And then once you do that, you end up in this big giant room with a big thing that's kind of like a mini house inside the building. And there's like 6 or 7 guys in there, and you gotta kill, or not kill them. I keep saying kill, I don't know why, but you gotta knock them out. And that's really neat. You get to use all of the things that you do in the game, and it was a pretty big bulk of gameplay, and that was really nice. It wasn't just like one little tiny thing that you didn't get the good feel of it. So that's really cool. And like you can get character bios. You can get Batman, Joker, Gordon, Oracle, Batman, Harley Quinn, Zaz, and Riddler. If you find there's like a secret event, you find Riddlers, and that's really neat. And it has like their stats and everything, or like like their stats and like their like origin and stuff, and that's really neat. And you can also get statues, which are like basically kind of like from Super Smash Brothers, like the statues of little things. It's like exactly like that, same concept, and that's pretty cool too. And then there's the challenge mode, which I already talked about. And you can't play the challenge mode, but I've played it. If you go to any like GameStop that has a PlayStation 3, you can look it up and you'll find it, so you can play that, and that's really cool. But really promising game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna buy it definitely, and yeah, it's really cool. Controls are really easy. You get almost every control like after like the first like 5 minutes. If you want to call it button mashing, it is. When you keep pushing, all you have to do is push one button basically to punch everybody. But then you can also like stun them, and then you can also like throw batarangs at them and stuff. But I don't mind button mashing. That's why I like Kingdom Hearts. Like, it's button mashing, and that doesn't bother me. That's not like the worst. That doesn't make my game like that. Doesn't make me not want to play the game or anything. And they have a new free flow combat, which is really neat. It makes it look like Batman's fighting, and you can also counter their attacks whenever like the Spider-Man spider sense thing comes on their head. You can push Y for Xbox. I only have it for Xbox, and you can counter them, and that's really neat. And then when you hit them and knock them out, you have to also finish them by pushing Y and the right trigger, and it will finish them completely. And so that's the fighting, and the fighting's really neat. Inventory, like basically like batarangs and stuff, all you get to use are batarangs in this, which, I mean, that's fine for the demo. The batarangs are really sweet. You can basically, he just like flips them out, and you can just throw them at people, and that's really neat. But then you can also push, and that's like with right trigger. You hold the left trigger and then throw with the right trigger, and it like locks onto him. But then you can push the left bumper, or the right bumper, and it actually follows the batarang, which is really neat. And I heard something for the PlayStation 3 that you might be able to use like the 6-axis to like make it move, which would be pretty sweet. But I don't really care. I'm not buying a PlayStation 3 for that. But yeah, it follows the batarang, which is really cool. And then there's also this thing where, like, well, you got your grapple, where you grapple onto the pillars, and that kind of you see in any gameplay. But that's really sweet. And then you can also, when guys run under you, you can push B, and he'll go into his little like bat stance. He'll be like upside down on the pillar, and you can do kind of the thing from Batman Begins and grab him and bring him up, and then you tie him to the bottom of the pillar, and they're stuck there. And I thought that was cool. But then you can also throw a batarang at the rope and cut him down and scare people with it. You got your scan mode, which in the cowl it like shows like their bones, and it shows through walls, and it shows if they're armed or not, and then it also scans items. It scans like if there's a vent, and it scans it scans the person. It scans if they're nervous or if they're calm, and it shows their heartbeat, and it says if they have a gun or not. And then like it's also really kind of gruesome when you walk by and you scan a guy that's dead and it says deceased. That's kind of freaky. But yeah, and the graphics are great. They're probably some of the best graphics I've seen in a while in a video game. So that's really cool. So yeah, it's really promising. I'm really excited to get the full game and be able to play all of it and get to see all the cool things you can do that were in the demo. So that's about it for this review. I'll review the full game when it comes out and after I beat it and stuff. I'm gonna try and do more reviews coming up. I'm gonna try and finish those Justice Leagues because I've been doing those Bruce Timm stuff since I started doing reviews, which is ridiculous. And I'm also thinking about I'm gonna get Blackest Night #2 tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be at the Iowa State Fair all day, so I won't be reviewing it, but I'm gonna get it, and then I'll review that when that comes out. So until then, that's it.